Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. We are here at the Icebreaker Media Preview today. We are going to head on inside and we are going to be taking a closer look at the test seat. If you guys have not watched my other test seat videos in the past, I will put a link to those videos down in the description below for you guys to go ahead and check it out. We're going to head on inside the queue for Icebreaker where the test seat is located, and I'm going to sit down and we are going to see for ourselves if this roller coaster is fat people friendly. Just like in previous videos, I'm going to have Coda take a couple steps back so that way you can take a look at my height and my size. At the time of me making this video, I am 332 pounds. I know I didn't post a weight loss update yesterday, but this is pretty much my weight loss update. I am 332 pounds. You guys can take a look at my size and pull my shirt down so that way you can see more or less what I have going on as far as my chest dimensions and everything like that. Enough talk, guys. Let's head on over there and check out that test seat. Alright guys, so here is a look at the test seats for Icebreaker. This roller coaster is manufactured by Premier Rides. These are the same people that manufactured Tigris over at Busch Gardens Tampa. I do know from past experience that Tigris is a bit more forgiving in the gut region as far as the lap bar is concerned. So we're going to go ahead and push it down as far as we can to kind of see where more or less we get the green light. So right there. Yep. Okay, so hold it. Oh, it stays. So right about here is where you need to be to get a green light. I am hoping that I've lost enough weight to be able to fit on this thing. And I may need a little bit of friendship, may need a little extra push to get on, but let's go ahead and see. Let's lift up this comfort collar.
I can't.
It's called a comfort collar.
I know. Oh, you going? Can you clip? Don't they have an extender?
They do.
See, green.
So yep, and I can even, so that's about how much wiggle room I got. I can lean it up just a little bit. So it's going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze, but I think I can manage. Once we get locked in, I'll be able to relax my gut a little bit, and we can ride. I think I can handle this for a little bit. You guys have no idea how unbelievably happy I am to get the green light for Icebreaker. I knew it was going to be a bit more forgiving because I can fit on Tigris. It's a little bit of a squeeze, but I fit on Tigris. And it might be just a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze myself onto the ride vehicle and we will do all that, and I'll let you guys know when I get off how comfortable or uncomfortable the ride might be if you're a larger person barely squeezing into that test seat. But let's go ahead and put our stuff in a locker, head on inside, guys. All right, here we go. That was great. That was phenomenal. I was very surprised. Okay, so we're back at the test seat, and just a couple more tips that I have for this test seat as well. One thing that I want you guys to notice is that there is a leg brace here to keep your legs kind of in place while you're in the ride. So you don't necessarily have to worry about this too much. It's this that you got to worry about. This is going to hit your gut before this hits your legs. So you can get in and you can put your legs back as far as possible, as much as you want. And then once you get the green light and you're all locked in, then you can let your legs go and lean it up against this. For some of you bigger guys out there, when you hit the air time, when your butt is up out of your seat, it's easy for your gut to kind of come up and out from over this. So what I recommend doing is while you're holding on, kind of like brace yourself and try to keep yourself in, if that makes any sense. Like push down to try and keep yourself in and keep yourself from getting as much airtime, because once you get that airtime and your stomach comes up and over this, like the comfort collar just did, it'll be a much more painful experience for you. So those are just a couple of tips that I have for you. Also, another thing that I want to point out is that this is extremely narrow. This is as far back as the lap bar comes up, so getting into your seat is going to be a little bit tricky if you are a little bit larger, so just bear that in mind. And also you got to keep in mind of this comfort collar as well. So before you even get into your seat, make sure that your comfort collar is up, and then you slide in and try to get yourself down. So one more time, I'm just going to show you guys how to pretty much get into the seat. So again, really narrow over here if you're a big guy. So lift the comfort collar up and kind of bring it up and around you. You can kind of slide in like this. Bring the comfort collar down, and then what you're wanting to do is kind of brace yourself and bring this down first, and then kind of lower yourself in. Once you lower yourself in, that's when you'll be able to really push. And I got the green light. A little bit barely because we just ate, but we do get the green light. That's the best way to get into the seat. And once you're locked in, you can go ahead and let your legs be free and do whatever you want to do. And then again, when you hit those pops of airtime, just kind of brace yourself, just kind of push down like this to keep yourself kind of in your seat, keep your gut from going up and over the restraint, because that is when you will be uncomfortable. All right guys, so they are letting us do rewrites, so we're gonna head back on the ride. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so we got a couple more rides in on Icebreaker. A couple things that I wanna say. We rode again in the second row, and then we rode in the back row. So I will say that I noticed that the test seat is less accommodating than the actual ride vehicle. I felt a lot more comfortable in the actual ride vehicle than I did the test seat, so just bear that in mind. If you're just barely on the line on the test seat, more than likely you'll be able to fit in the ride vehicle. If you can get just a smidgen of green, you'll be all right for the actual ride vehicle. Now, I will say we rode in the back row, and as I mentioned earlier, those shin pads, you have a lot less room to work with your legs in the back row. So basically row 3, 6, and 9 is where you want to avoid, because my legs and knees were rather uncomfortable in those back rows. So just bear that in mind as well. But other than that, it was so much fun. I really enjoyed it, and I definitely think the back row is a bit more of an intense experience. All right guys, well that is gonna do it from us here at SeaWorld Orlando for our test seat guide. I am very, very pleased to share with you guys that Icebreaker is in fact a very fat-friendly and very accommodating ride. Now, the only drawback is, of course, getting in and out of the ride vehicle. It is a very tight squeeze, so just be aware of that. But just follow the tips and tricks that I gave you in this video, and you guys should be perfectly fine. And again, I weigh 332 pounds. I am 5 foot 5 inches. So I don't know my exact measurements on my gut or my thighs, but you guys can, take a look at my body and compare yourself to me and see if you guys are more than likely going to fit on this ride. But this is definitely one of the few attractions that I am actually able to fit on at SeaWorld Orlando, given my current size, and I am only going down from here. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on everything that you saw in today's video down in the comment section below. I'm also going to leave a playlist link to all of my other test seat guide videos down in the description below if you guys are wanting to check out any of those other videos for yourself as well, if you are wanting to come to Orlando and visit some of the other theme park attractions and other roller coasters in the area. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, evening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.